Hi, my name is Megan Anderson, and here's some of my thoughts on cosmopolitan education. I don't believe that cosmopolitan education is a good idea as the sole framework for education in the United States. I agree with a lot of the ideas in the Harris article in that just initiating a thought or a theory such as cosmopolitanism as the framework for an educational system goes against all what cosmopolitan stands for in the first place. But I do agree with many of the ideas that cosmopolitanism has and expresses, and I think they'd be of a lot of value to teach to students. One of those ideas in particular is just the thought that as humans we're responsible for other humans, and we're responsible to humanity as a whole, both locally and globally. And then the other thought that using this idea of our responsibility to humanity encourages metacognitive thinking, encourages students to self-reflect and to think about why they have the values that they do, why they have the beliefs that they do. Is it because of their surroundings? Is it because of their parents? To really get them to think of why they view the world in the way that they do. And in that way, I think it would have cosmopolitanism thought and theory would have a really positive effect if you were doing some kind of global learning activity, especially some of the ones that we read about. If you're using technology to link with another class, say in India, and you're working on a project together, both students, the Indian students and the American students are working on a project together, conflict's going to come up. And if the students both have cosmopolitan thought behind some of their processes, or when conflict comes up, I think they'd be less likely to maybe just assume that they're right and the other children are wrong. But if they were taught to start thinking about why they have those ideas in the first place, they may be less likely to take the stance, I'm right, you're wrong, but maybe would be more likely to think about why they thought the other person was wrong. And in that way, I think global learning activities would go much more smoothly if you had cosmopolitan, if you taught students the value of cosmopolitanism beforehand. I think cosmopolitan thought and theory could be taught to students of all ages, on different levels obviously, but I would say K through 12. You can always teach kids that they have a responsibility to the people around them. And then as far as resources go, obviously using technology is a great way to find ways to incorporate cosmopolitanism into your classroom. Using the Global Education Collaborative website that we've used as teachers, you can find a ton of resources on that, as well as NC in the World. There was a lot of great lesson plans on that. And then also taking advantage of your local nonprofits in the area. A lot of times local nonprofits are linked to global issues, and using those as a platform, asking how you could help or how you can get your students involved to volunteer in ways would be a great way to link them to global issues and to people around the world as well. Thanks for your time.